University of Louisville prides itself on being the most diverse university in Kentucky. Part of being diverse means accommodating to many different types of people. Research shows that 10% of students who pursue higher education have some sort of disability. A disability is classified as physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more major life activities. U of L strives to be accommodating to these students to remove any barriers that can keep them from reaching their full potential. There are many resources and features of U of L's campus that encourage this. Before we talk about resources, we can acknowledge how U of L has made an effort to be accessible to those with physical disabilities. All buildings on campus that have stairs also have ramps suited for wheelchair use. These are not hard to find and are usually at the front of the building by the stairs. This means that all dining facilities, all offices, and all classrooms should be accessible by every individual. This also includes areas that were designed for recreational purposes. The Student Recreation Center is a very popular place on campus that is designed to promote health and well-being among students. Much of the SRC is capable of being used by those with physical disabilities. Much of the exercise equipment was designed for use by those in wheelchairs. This includes machines like the low pull row, the overhead press, the chest pull, high pull, and many others. So far we've talked about how U of L is accessible to those with physical disabilities. However, there are other types of disabilities. A disability can be cognitive, physical, mental, or medical. They can range from more well-known physical disabilities like hearing or vision impairments to disabilities that you cannot see like attention deficit disorder, test anxiety, emotional and behavioral disorders, and many others. There are resources on campus that are useful to all of these individuals. The Disability Resource Center is located in Stevenson Hall. They are dedicated to working with students on an individual basis to determine what kind of help they need. Inside the Disability Resource Center are many counselors, test-taking areas, an accessibility lab, and more. The accessibility lab has adaptive equipment, for example, technology suited for test-taking by those with visual impairments that can read the text back rather than another person needing to be there. The DRC also has counselors that work with students on a one-on-one basis to determine what kind of help they need. The labs can also be used for those who have test-taking anxiety. They are equipped with sound-canceling devices to ensure a comfortable environment. The Disability Resource Center also provides a note-taking service. This service is commonly used by students with cognitive impairments, including issues of visual or audio perception, dyslexia, ADD, and ADHD, and issues of fine motor coordination. Students send requests for supplemental notes to the DRC, who then find students in their class willing to provide them with notes for the entirety of the semester. What we see here is an example of a room that can be used by students with anxiety or that also need the adaptive equipment available on the computer. As you can see, the University of Louisville tries its best to cater to all individuals. U of L has made an effort to be physically accessible to all. U of L also has many resources that are available. We have chosen to highlight the Disability Resource Center, which both has adaptive equipment that can be used for those with any impairments and also the note-taking services. We've also chosen to highlight the Student Recreation Center, which is a resource for health and well-being among those who may be physically disabled.